Hey, what's up? Good evening to all you wrestling fans in the Godfather Show. Just from Swimming, and it looks like AEW Dynamite trying to be terrible tonight. Name my topic tonight is called "Sneaky and Subpar and Slimy in Sacramento." Will Revolution be any good this Sunday night? And I'm gonna give you all my predictions. Before I do, I'm gonna open up the show a little bit some music tonight. For those of you know that yesterday we lost someone today, never passing. We lost Peter Engel, the executive producer of the TV sitcoms, TV of the NBC teen sitcoms Saved by the Bell, California Dreams, and City High. He always be remembered. He made he gave us the '90s. Gave us our childhoods. I mean my childhood, and what he did made he made Mario made Mark Paul Gosselaar a real star. I think it was Zach and Kelly romance and all everything. He'll be remembered very dearly. I'm going to open up the show a little bit of music. I'm going to open up the theme from Saved by the Bell and the ending for the end and the ending for the TV sitcoms themes ending theme. And let me find that music right quick song right quick. Trying to find that ending right theme song. The opening credits is Saved by the Bell and the theme. Let me find that right quick. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here it is. Right back. goes for you, Mr. Angle. Died yesterday at the age of 74. He'll be missed dearly. Thank you for all the work you did on television, giving us our childhoods, Saved by the Bell, and California Dreams and City High. It was you that gave us Zach and Kelly, and made Mario Lopez famous, and now I know you're up there in heaven with late Dustin Diamond, aka Screech. And, Lisa and Jesse and all those characters on Saved by the Bell. We miss you dearly. So let's get down with tonight's show. Let's see. Okay, we cut from footage from earlier today as MGF addresses Paige trying to as Moran Jackass Freeman addresses Paige trying to push his buttons and force him to do what he did last week. He runs the countdown to Cowboy, telling him to saddle up for Revolution this Saturday night. As we cut to ringside, Tony Schiavone welcomes Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana for our opening contract opening to kick off the show. The crowd's electric for the pair as they head to the ring. Before Tony welcomes Ricochet next, boos rain down upon Ricochet. Still rocking the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. Yep, the man who won the Super Bowl. Yes, Philadelphia Eagles cap as we go. He walks to the ring with a smirk. Noticeably absent from the presentation is the embassy robe, a point of contention as Ricochet hints at making alterations. Rich Wiles up as Nana and Ricochet make a remark about contract signings not going well for Strickland. He then says Swerve is lucky to be granted this match, considering Swerve has been sticking his nose in Ricochet's business. He chose to mock Ricochet. Despite all that, Ricochet still beat him. Ricochet has had enough of this, telling Ricochet to sign the contract as his fans let Ricochet know what they think of him. As he says, just one step closer to achieving his goal is becoming AEW World Champion. So he is more focused than ever. He then grabs the pins to sign, stating that Swerve better not let Lana down. This angers Strickland to cut him down, promising to expose him as a fraud on Saturday and Sunday. Awakening the most dangerous man in AEW is a mistake. Ricochet will learn to regret. He talks about putting him in the ground. He's saying he's going to end Ricochet's career along that of his ring announcer wife. This angers Ricochet enough to sign before standing to his feet. Swerve strictly signs the contract as they go to nose to nose, and Ricochet tries to blindside Swerve with scissors, but gets a jab in the head by Strickland instead. Ricochet is busted open as Swerve and Nana take their leave from the ring. We get a video hyping up the lineup for AEW Revolution, focused on the fact it can be purchased via pay-per-view on Prime Video, and we head to ringside for our next match. Out first is Will Ospreay, to a big reaction from the Sacramento crowd, and eager to see this Big 8-man tag match as we go to ad break. We go to commercial break. Back from break, Ospreay continues to get the crowd pumped up as Mark Briscoe makes his way to the ring next. Followed quickly is followed by Conglomeration Pal, Orange Cassidy rounding the team. The team is Orange Powerhouse Hobbs, who gets a really good reaction of his own as he approaches the ring. Out approaches the ring. Brian Keith comes out first as their adversaries, quickly followed by the annoying theme of Don Callis' family as Mark Davis, Lance Archer, and Brian Cage join Keith on the walk to the ring before this match gets underway. Now we see this 8-man tag match. Will Ospreay, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy versus Brian Keith, Mark Davis, Lance Archer, and Brian Cage. We start off with Cage and Ospreay as the crowd is quick to let Don Callis know what they think of him. Cage drops the aerial assassin to the mat before setting him up for a powerbomb, where Ospreay fights out, dropping Cage with head scissors, following up with a back suplex tag made to Briscoe. Blazing and chop before Brian hits the ropes, only to be taken aback by some strikes from the former Ring of Honor World Champion. Mark Briscoe takes the machine to the ropes, eventually laying in a kick to the face of Cage before sending him to the corner for some mounted punches. Tag made to Ospreay, who adds some strikes of his own in the corner, and Hobbs makes the tag to add Orange to add to the damage before tagging in Cassidy, who hits one more punch for good luck. The fans cheer him on, but Orange is caught by surprise as Cage goes to work on him for a big suplex. Tag to Lance Archer grabs Cassidy by hand before laying in some hard strikes. Cassidy teases him with the hands in his pockets before hitting the ropes, but Archer lays him out to take back control as we go to an ad break. Commercial break. Back from the break, Archer has sent Cassidy out of the ring and distracts the ref by really riling up Ospreay. He gives Callis the opening to hit Orange before he gets brought back into the ring. Archer makes a tag to tag the Davis before some strikes. Mark tags Brian Keith only for Cassidy to drop him into the canvas instead. Davis tags back in, knocking Ospreay off the apron, for turning his attention back to Cassidy. Takes him down. Hot tag to Powerhouse, who lays into Davis before the murder machines get involved. Meat chants echo as three big men lay into each other, and Davis comes back into the ring, only to be sent into the corner where Hobbs launches his tag partners into the Aussie open memory. Hobbs plants Davis down hard for a near fall, only for Brian Keith to break him up the pin. But this just forces the Powerhouse to stare him down. Keith teases going for a chop before Davis blindsides Hobbs and then follows with a tag to the Big Apple. Keith tries to lift the Powerhouse but gets rocked as Cassidy comes flying for a strike. Cage rushes into the ring but is cut off by Ospreay after a tag is made. Will hits Keith with a cheeky nano in the corner for a near fall. Chaos ensues as Hobbs catches Davis with a spine buster before being sent out by Cage, who takes a DDT both in and out of the ring by Cassidy. Cassidy goes up top but gets caught with an exploder avalanche by Keith, who faces off with a returning Briscoe. The two trade attacks before Briscoe hits an exploder on the Bad Apple before getting laid out by Archer. Lance leaves the ring for a chair, running the ref out of the ring, and takes a chair into the face by Briscoe, who sets it up for a big dive on the Murder Hawk monster on the outside. Back in the ring, Ospreay catches Keith with an Os cutter and the hidden blade to pick up the win for his team. Wins via pinfall: Will Ospreay, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy. But there will be no celebration as Davis slides back in the ring, choking out Ospreay to drop him to the mat as Cage and Archer take out Cassidy. Hobbs and Briscoe beat down Ospreay continues as Kyle Fletcher makes his way to the ring. Murder machine guns prop up Ospreay for a beatdown by Fletcher, who lays into a fallen Ospreay before Davis intervenes. This angers Fletcher and he calls Kyle to tell Davis to get away, or changing their mind, handling him with steel chair as Ospreay gets propped up on the ropes. Davis looks less than happy to oblige, but he does this all the time as he slams the chair against Real Ospreay's back, forcing him to mat the floor before Davis takes his leave from the ring. Fletcher sets up the chair, horsestring Will up before dropping into the right chair to target the shoulder, which Will holds in pain. Will holds in pain as the family stands tall and sends Davis looking on with his twinge of remorse from the ramp. Video package: the history between Kenny Omega, Kano Suzuki Takashita, and Don Callis on how it comes to a head at AEW Revolution this Sunday. Hold on a second. Back at ringside, Wheeler Yuta can be seen walking up the steps going to the Memorial Auditorium as he makes his way toward the ring for this opening match. Out next is Cope to a big pop as he heads down the ramp, staring Yuta before entering the ring as the match gets underway. Cope versus Yuta. The two stare each other down as the crowd chants Cope's name. They lock up and Yuta is forced to center. Clean break is made before they lock up again, and Cope is once again brings Wheeler brings Yuta to the corner for another clean break. We see the Radar Superstar go to a technical route now, catching Yuta with a leg sweep and some other holds before Wheeler snatches the energy. He hits the ropes. So does Cope, who catches him with a clothesline. Respect for Yuta's prowess is shown by the crowd chanting his name as he continues to stand up to Cope with holds for a near fall. This ends with Cope taking Yuta to the mat by an armbar, made by Matt for an armbar. Yuta fights to his feet, taking Cope down to the corner for a few chops for sending him to the corner, but Cope fights back until Yuta takes him down with a drop kick. The action makes its way to the apron, where Cope slides past Yuta to drop him into the hardest part of the ring, forcing him to the floor as we go to an ad break. Then we'll go to commercial break. Back from break, Yuta is in control as he keeps Cope grounded into the ring. The head scissors. Radar Superstar fights out of his way, only to be dropped hard by Wheeler, who gets near fall in the process. Yuta heads to the corner, climbing up the top before Cope intercepts him with some mounting punches. They fight out on the turnbuckle until Yuta sends Cope to the mat with a headbutt and lands on a diving splash for a 2 count. Yuta follows up with a cattle mutilation, but Cope counters into a crossface, only for Wheeler to get him onto his shoulders for a near fall to break the hold. Yuta hits the ropes, only to be dropped by an impaler by the Radar Superstar, gets into the corner, setting up for a spear. No, Yuta catches him with a Bizuki knee instead. Cope rolls out of the ring, only to be brought to a frustrated Yuta. He gets the 2 count, but quickly follows up with another cattle utilization. Colt manages to get to his feet, eventually breaking the hold by a drop Yuta to the mat as the fans chant his name. Yuta blocks a spear attempt, but Colt catches him a second time around to pick up the win. Winner by pinfall, Colt. Colt gets the mic after the match, bringing Yuta to his feet to shake his hand despite one more spear. Crowd chants for the crowd. Colt tells the youngest of the Death Riders that this is the respect he feels like. Dropping the mic before leaving the ring, we see Jon Moxley come to the ring, angry as all about to get Yuta not taking Colt out as he yells, swears, and he gets physical with Wheeler, who stands him up before leaving at the ring. Mox falls him back, telling Yuta to keep walking after the disrespect shown his way. With Yuta gone, Mox cuts a promo on Colt, saying he's managed to get a champ all alone, but Mox is still going to enjoy every moment of what he does to Colt at Revolution. He mocks Yuta the show of respect shown with a handshake between Colt and Yuta, saying respect is all given those who are not afraid to pull the trigger. We cut to a montage of the runners of the Outrunners training for their AEW World Tag Team Championship match this Sunday when they face the Hurt Syndicate at Revolution. We cut away as Warren Jackass Friedman is still waiting on Hangman at a Page, running him up down before making a run for it. And Page arrives in that snazzy pickup truck of his. We head backstage as Page pursues Warren Jackass Friedman to ringside, slamming him into to a guardrail, except he is not Max. As the man yells at Warren Jackass Friedman, made me do it. The final before the real Friedman blindsides the Hangman, he sends Page into the ring going after the injured neck with not one but two head seekers from the top second rope. He reveals his shirt saying Warren Jackass Friedman did nothing wrong. For continuing the beatdown, Page tries to fight back but is dropped hard with a shot to the head assisted by the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Warren Jackass Friedman says these people cheer Page when he burns things. To see how they react, if he doesn't. With that, he reaches under the rug to reveal a can of lighter fluid entering the ring before showering louder. Before he can get any further, officials rush down to intervene. Warren Jackass Friedman yells, "Let me prove my point." As they drag him out of the ring, go check on Warren Jackass Friedman is taken aback before we go to an ad break. Hold on a second. Before we get any further, y'all said before we get any further, officials run down and intervene. More on Jacket Streams yells. Let me prove my point. As they drag him out of the ring, Mez check on. And Hangman as more Jacket Stream is taking it back before we go to an ad break. Commercial break. Back from the break, commentary briefly talks about what just happened before we go to backstage to hear from the writer and director of Queen of the Ring. As he talks about the film before introducing one of the film's stars in Timeless Tony Storm. She derives the decision it was to cut in a certain before the upcoming interview with Renee Paquette brought up to close the segment. They head to ringside as Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa make their way to the ring for our next match. This is followed by Penelope Ford and Megan Bang, who head down the ramp before this match gets underway. Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander versus Megan Bang and Penelope Ford. Before we start off with Statlander and Ford ladder being sent to the corner before fighting back. Chris takes her down to the mat, but a head scissors allows Ford a chance to get back into things. The tag made to Thunder Rosa for a strike before tagging in Statlander right back and more damage. Thunder Rosa tags in once more, but Ford fights back, sending her into the ropes. Rosa is angry now as she sends Ford into ropes in retaliation for Megan Bangs intervenes. Megan catches Rosa on her shoulders over and over, sending over and over in onto Chris Statlander. Ford gets the look on the action as Bang hoists her up and over, dropping over their opponents as we go to an ad break. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Megan Bang is in control as Thunder Rosa fights back to her feet. She lands in some kicks on Megan, followed by an enziguri that takes her to knee as Thunder Rosa tags in Statlander. Bang rises to her feet only to be sent down with a drop kick, forcing her to retreat for a tag to Penelope. Chris Statlander, goes off on her, spinning a Manushiku driver for near fall. Chris Thunder double team her after near fall before going after Megas to send her to the outside. Rosa with a dive on Bang as Ford dumps Statlander off the turnbuckle. Thunder Rosa brings her into the ring for some strikes, but Bang joins in off the tag to get the advantage on Rosa, sending her to the corner. Thunder with some chops to fight back. Megan catches her with the face descent for the pin and pick up and the win. Winners via pinfall: Megan Bang and Penelope Ford. We get a replay sponsored by the Queen of the Ring on Bang's Power on display throughout the match before cutting to backstage. We hear from Mercedes Moné ahead of her AEW TBS Women's Championship match against Momo Wanatabe at Revolution. She gives Momo some props, but her promises are no stepping the Monet train this Sunday. Max Caster makes his way to the ring for the Best in the World Alive Open Challenge, trying to rally the crowd behind an elimination chant that might have Bryan Danielson cringing at home. Cringing at home before waiting to see who answers the Open Challenge, and out comes Jay White. Switchblade comes to the ring, and this match is underway. Match Caster versus Jay White. Caster tries to lead the crowd in that chant before Jay drops him with a thunder with a Blade Runner for a victory. Winner by pinfall, Jay White. After the match, Switchblade gets a mic to talk about Colt looking to beat Moxley for a title at Revolution before looking to make the challenge of his own down on the line. We cut to a sit-down interview with Mariah May. Tony Storm and Tony Storm. Renee brings up the agreement to no physicality just as May spits in the face of the champion. Mariah May, face of the champion. Mariah runs her down before promising to take her down at Revolution. She says they can have the Hollywood ending they deserve, but Storm sentences her to life without mediocrity. Mediocrity. I said mediocrity. I think. As people will ask what happened and realize this is what happens when you try to fight God. To rise up, the two rise up going nose to nose. Renee says she prays they won't be seriously hurt. To which the pair simultaneously respond, pray for her. Commercial break. Back from the break. Commercial break. Back from the break. There's been enough talk. It's time for our main event. Our first out first is our Ricochet and Kazuchika Okada as we get a look at Ricochet's troubles earlier tonight and the issues between Okada and Brody King. Speaking of the hounds, have been unleashed as the King makes his way down the ramp next, followed by Swerve Strickland, all four men in the ring as this match gets underway. Road to Revolution tag match: Swerve Strickland and Brody King versus Ricochet and AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada. Starting things off are Rick Strickland and Okada teasing the test of strength before trading holds. Okada brings Swerve to his corner as Ricochet backs away, promising to avoid further damage as Okada makes a clean break. Both men get back back to the corner of the ring as Strickland calls out Ricochet, who makes a tag, but he and Okada blind Swerve for a double team. Brody tries to get involved, but is backed away as the ref goes for a dive on the outside onto Okada and Ricochet. Chaos ensues as Brody and Swerve take turns attacking their opponents against the barricade, nearly breaking feet in the process. Strickland sets both men up onto the shoulders of King, who drops them onto the barricade. And eventually, Strickland is brought back into the ring for a double team, leading a turnbuckle by Swerve, who literally hits a gritty in celebration. He hits the ropes before having to fight off Ricochet and Okada, allowing Ricochet to take control as we go to an ad break. Back from the break, Okada is the legal man for his team as he sends Swerve to the corner, but Strickland catches him with a dropkick, leading to a hot tag to the hot step is Brody King. Ricochet rushes in for a chop, only to take one from the King, who flapjacks Okada onto him for an added measure. Okada gets covered, but Ricochet breaks it up, only to be sent to the apron by Brody. This gives Okada the opening as he catches King for a near fall. He goes up for an elbow, but King is back up, catching the Continental Champion with a big lariat. Okada struggles for a tag to Ricochet, who races the ref with Swerve off the tag of his own. Strickland drops him hard for a 2 count. Ricochet fights back, and the two go at it, leading to Ricochet countering to a powerbomb into a DDT for a near fall. Justified, this is awesome chance as he gets to his feet looking for a spirit gun, but Swerve counters. He goes for a vertigo, but Ricochet gets out of the big pressure for a near fall. House call by Strickland is followed by a Swerve stomp in the cover, but Okada gets an elbow drop on him to break it up. Brody runs in and gets 2 straight strikes before King rocks and Rainmaker to send Okada into the corner, only for the champ to evade running a charge by his challenger Revolution. Okada grabs the tire from the ringside, but only met with a house call by Strickland. King sends him out of the ring, but this distracts the ref as Ricochet grabs the title to hit Swerve over the head for the win. Wins via pinfall. Ricochet, AEW Continental Champion Kazuki Okada. Okada and Ricochet regroup and celebrate the ramp as commentary hypes up Collision in the Road to Revolution. Specials ahead of the pay-per-view this Sunday as Dynamite comes to a quick close, given the overrun. This is a terrible garbage show tonight. Really crap. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna turn out for Dynamite tonight. I mean, Revolution this Sunday. Unbelievable. WWE is not getting better, nor is AEW not getting better. I'll still give you my predictions for AEW this Sunday night. Trios match. Big Boom, AJ in the conglomeration. Orange Cassidy, Mike Briscoe with Big Justice versus Johnny TV. And M times M Collection, Mansoor and Mason Madden. I'm gonna go with the X&M Collection. I'm gonna go with them with this. Number 2, Suzuki Okada versus Brody King, AEW Continental Championship. I'm gonna go with Okada. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match. I'm gonna go with Fletcher. Singles match, Warren Jackass Freeman versus Adam Page. I'm gonna go with Hangman Adam Page. Singles match determined the number 1 contender for AEW World Championship. I'm gonna go with Ricochet. Mercedes Moné versus Mama Wanatabe. Singles match for AEW TBS Women's Championship. I'm gonna go with Mama Wanatabe. I know she's gonna get this because Sames Niggas probably might returns. Probably. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MBV versus the Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. I'm gonna go with Hurt Syndicate. Falls Count Anywhere match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Thomas Tornstone versus Mariah May. I'm gonna go with Mariah May. Kano Suzuki Takashita with Don Callis versus Kenny Omega. Singles match for the AEW International Championship. I'm gonna go with Takashita. John Moxley versus Cope for the AEW World Championship. I'm gonna go with Cope. Edge, aka Edge from WWE. Okay, that's it. Those are my predictions. Now it's time for something I like to do. You know what it's time for? It's time for Okay, all you know what it's time for. It's time for Justin's Timeline History of all the wrestling birthdays, history, pop culture, etc., etc. All you hear that thing is the theme for Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Can't wait for its 40th anniversary on July 3rd, 2025, because the movie was released July 3rd, 1985. Okay, let's go back to yesterday, March the 4th. Okay, yesterday was a happy 41st birthday to Canadian wrestler Steven Scott, better known by his real name Crazy Steve. And yesterday was a happy 46th birthday to Sarah Stock, better known by real name Sarita. Dalton Castle turned 39 yesterday. Scott Armstrong, the late Scott Armstrong, Scotty Armstrong, Road Dog's brother. He would turn Scotty Armstrong, Scotty, 66. Chaz Taylor turned he turned 54 yesterday. Now let's go to some pop culture now. Now, some sources say that the first ever People's Choice Award started on March the 3rd, 1975, but sources say it started March 4th, 1975, which was yesterday's 50th anniversary. I mentioned last Monday. See what else? Don Morocco with Moose Fuji defeated Sway Hansen. Jim Dan Neidhart defeated Tony Gurria. Bret the Hitman Hart defeated Rene Goulet. The highlights was Bret the Hitman Hart's Madison Square Garden debut. Andre the Giant defeated Bobby Brain Heenan. Big John Studd with Bobby Heenan defeated George Wells. The Spoiler defeated Rick McGraw. And Lonnie Cairo, the fattest one, defeated WWE Women's Champion Wendy Richter, with Cyndi Lauper and David Wolf with a roll up to win the title. at 11:49. After Moolah hit the champion with the forearm to face as Richter Trust trying to help Lawler on the floor, she was topped by Moolah. After about Richter and Lopper scared Moolah and Kai from the ring. Let's see. 1995. See WWF, WCW, CW, CW, CW on WCW. Okay, on WCW Pro, March 4th, 1995, picture problems for the first four segments recording in the first fast forward mode. Courtesy of WCW Saturday Night, closing with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair incident. Flying Brian Pennington versus Tony Vincent, Uncensored Control Center. Kevin Sullivan, the Butcher versus Adam Flash and Quinn Nash. Okay, quality okay from this point. Eric Bischoff interview from Diamond Dallas Page, Diamond Doll, Max Muscle from the hidden camera footage. So your match was Sting versus Sting defeating Roman Valentino, courtesy WCW Saturday Night interview with Colonel Tom Parker. Dustin Rhodes and Johnny B. Bad. I think the beef pretty wonderful in this one. Then on WCW Worldwide. Hold on a second. Okay, on WCW Worldwide, Johnny B. Bad defeated Marcus Watson. Main defeated jobber Leroy Howard after a thrust kick. Sting defeats Sledgehammer McGill via submission with a Scorpion Deathlock. Hacksaw Jim Gunn defeats Tim Burton after a 3-point stance clothesline. And let's see on WWF. That was March 4th, 1995. Now on the same day on WWF Superstars. The 1-2-3 Kid defeated Bob Cook. Kama defeated Chris Nelson. Henry O'Godwin defeated Leroy Howard. Man on the Mission, Mabel and Mo defeated Dennis Knight in the Black Phantom. King Kong Bundy with Ted DiBiase defeated Butch Long. And Lex Luger defeated Sonny Pruitt. And they also show highlights of the WrestleMania 11 press conference. And Psycho Sid is featured as a guest on the Heartbreak Hotel. Let's see. Nasty Boy on WCW Saturday Night on TBS. The Nasty Boys defeated Tracy Benton and Bob Starr. Meng defeated Steve Neely. Lord Steven Regal defeated Mike Davis. WCW TV champion Arn Anderson defeated John Crystal. WCW US champion Vader defeated the Patriot by DQ. See, WCW Saturday Night, yeah. See, trying to see what else. See, okay, 2005 on Impact Wrestling. Just highlight before Destination X. Okay, Chris Sabin defeats Shawn Michaels' nephew. The Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens and Chris Candido, late Chris Candido versus the Naturals and late Chris Candido defeat Petey Williams and Scott D'Amore, Ela Skipper and Mikey Batts. And Natural Dustin Rhodes defeats Eric Young with Scott D'Amore. X Division title match, Kid Cash versus Lance Hoyt versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles wins. And then Dusty Rhodes comes tries to there was a DDP. Dusty Rhodes comes out and trying to clarify something. Rhodes says at Destination X there will be two stipulations. There will be police surrounding the ring. These police will be the guys that have been wronged by Jeff Jarrett in the past or taking guitar shots. There will be a fair shake at the pay-per-view. He says 3 Live Crew will be among the police out on the outside, and they come out. He then calls out the men that will get the win, the NWA World Title. Rhodes tells DDP if he's going to be champion, he needs it from his outside. He's done everything he can for DDP surrounding the ring with the police. DDP says he's ready to be champion again. Jeff Jarrett comes out with Billy Gunn, now known as the Outlaw, as well as Candido and the Naturals. Jarrett says he's sick of Dusty's games trying to get the title off of him. He says in December, Dusty brought Randy Savage. In January, he had 3-way dance. In February, he had one of his own. Kevin Nash turned his back on him, and that didn't work either. Jarrett says this plan won't work with him either. Jarrett knocks Dusty off his hat and Dusty pushes Jarrett and tells to never put his hands on him. Rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. The WWE's treating your son like shit right now. By the way, Jared picks up his guitar, but DDT attacks Jared. Jumps in. He and Jared take over DDT. Nash comes in to even odds, but Nash must have drank his Red Bull that fast to get in the ring before Free Live crew. I'm already at ringside. I have no clue at ringside. Yeah, in 2005, a couple of movies released in theaters. March 4th, The Pacifier starring Vin Diesel, Be Cool starring John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Danny DeVito, Dwayne Johnson, the Croc, the piece of shit, who just coincided with John Cena. That's a piece of wrestling history right there. Other stars include Harvey Keitel. It was in that movie. Christine Milian was in that movie. Let's see what else was released. The jacket starring Adrian Brody, Keira Knightley, late Chris got starring Jason Lee, and so many stars in this movie. It's not a bad movie. The jacket. The 2015 2015 see on NXT. Tyler Breeze defeated Adam Rose. Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake defeated Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton. Baron Corbin defeated Tony Briggs. Solomon Crowe defeated Bull Dempsey, and Sasha Banks defeated Charlotte to retain the NXT Women's Championship. Then we have on the show Kevin Owens act like a complete piece of shit to Alex Rousey doing a camera for throwing water over him. They started a little brawl. Now he's becoming a piece of shit again, and like he was before. History repeats itself right now with Kevin Owens being a jacket piece of shit. Okay, let's see, birthdays. Today is a happy Today's a happy 29th birthday to Jordan Grace. Sources say she was born in 1990. She says some reports say she's like sources say she's 35 or 29 or something. And today would have been a happy 72nd of Dennis Caruso, died of heart failure. Today's a happy 55th birthday to Japanese wrestler Masu Inu. Now let's see today's wrestling history today. See see trying to see what else trying to see. Okay, on this day, 1995, on WWF Wrestling Challenge, March the 5th. 1995. Bam Bam Bigelow of the Million Dollar Corporation defeated Bill Payne with a moonsault. The 1-2-3 Kid defeated the Black Phantom with a leg drop off the top rope. Henry Godwin defeated Leroy Howard with a slop drop. Lex Luger defeated Mark Starr with a submission with a torture rack. The Bushwhackers defeated Sonny Pugh with a Robbie Becker. King Kong Bunny defeated Tyrone Knox following the Avalanche. Okay, on WWF Action Zone, Ikushi defeated Visinja defeated Bob Sparkplug Holly, and I think that's it. And then I think there was some other matches I can't remember. And see, and on this day on WCW Saturday Night. Main event. Okay. On WCW main event, Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Pretty Wonderful, Paul Orndorff and Paul Roma. And on this day in 2005 on WWE Velocity, Funaki and Paul London defeated Akio and Chavo Guerrero. Nunzio defeated Spike Dudley. The Sebastian Brothers defeated Charlie Haas and Hardcore Holly. Okay, 11:59 right now. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd when Natalia defeated Los Matadores and El Torito. Ryback defeated Kane with the Big Show. Big Show with Kane defeated Ryback. AJ Lee defeated Brie Bella with Nikki Bella by submission. New Day with Kofi Kingston, Big E. Xavier Woods defeated The Miz and Damon Sandow. Rusev with Lana defeated Jack Swagger by submission. Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler defeated Luke Harper and Bad News Barrett. And let's see what else. Okay, the Ascension with Connor Victor defeated the Primetime Players. Zack Ryder defeated Adam Rose, and that's it. That'll do it for us. It's okay. It's 12 a.m. right now. Now, for those of you know that we lost, I'm gonna close out some little music for all of you. For those of you know that we lost Peter Engel last on March the 4th yesterday. Close out the show with another song, another TV show, a theme song called he produced was an executive producer of another NBC teen sitcom for Saturday mornings called California Dreams. Well, Mr. Engel, thank you for entertaining us. What you did for Saturday mornings for everyone's childhood in the '90s. We'll miss you. We love you. Thank you for giving us the Zach and Kelly romance and Saved by the Bell and everything. I know you're living up there in heaven with Screech, aka Dustin Diamond, aka Screech. We'll always remember you. Thank you for everything you did for NBC, um, and what you did for Saturday mornings and everyone's childhood in the '90s. We'll really miss you. We'll miss you, Mr. Engel. Now, here's something I'm gonna close out for this midnight, and this is for you, Mr. Engel. Rest in peace. Here's the theme from California Dreams in honor of the passing of the legendary Peter Engel for all of you. Here's something to close out the show. Hope I have a good night. I'm the Godfather Soldier, so Slim is late chant. His show is always used to say, I let people dress up like Chubby Checker, dance like I think sing like Lionel Richie, dance like Chubby Checker, and sing like dance like James Brown, something like to get in the hot tub. Gonna be sweat, gonna be dry, gonna be wet. Ow! Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. I never grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. I saw reruns of old school Saturday Night Live when I was little on Comedy Central. So hope all of you are good. It's midnight right now. Hope all of you have a good sleep. It's midnight. Hope all of you have a good morning. And here's something to close our show. Is the theme from California Dreams. Another he was the executive. He was another teen Saturday morning sitcom. He was an executive producer of like Saved by the Bell and City and another TV show called City High. He'll be missed dearly. Let's thank him for the memories. And here's something to close out the show this morning and this midnight called California Dreams. TV show he was executive producer of like Saved by the Bell and City High. This is for you, Mr. Engel. May you rest in peace.
Did you poop? Earlier, make sure when you poop, flush the toilet twice.
Yeah,
make
flush
sure.
it.
Okay, 2 times. Always when you poop, flush, and make sure everything go down. Cause sometimes it be poop still lifting. Okay.
Oh, it was hard to it won't drink down because flush. It was.
Yep. Just wait.